Hey everybody, it's Chris back with another review. Sorry for the earthquake effect there. With another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing a Northwestern beer, Pacific Northwestern beer. After the time that I spent in Puget Sound, I definitely developed a fondness for Pacific Northwestern beers. Not to say that Colorado and other breweries across the country don't make great beers, but I gotta say, the Oregon Washington beers, those are some pretty fine beers. Tonight's selection is from Ninkasi out of Eugene, Oregon. This Tricerahops Double IPA in a bomber. I paid $4.99 for this 22-ounce bottle. And if you think about it in this way, a 22-ounce bottle is almost two full beers. $4.99 is $5 for two beers. $2.50 a beer, especially for a craft beer, that ain't bad. And it's still keeping it close to the $2 range that I like to keep it. So when I saw that the bomber was for $4.99 from Ninkasi, I said, cool. I was all about it. I actually went to a Ninkasi tasting up in Olympia, Washington. Oh, God, it's been almost 3 years ago now. Um, they're good guys. They're making good beer. Dawn of the Red, great beer. Uh, of course, they're the ones who made Ground Control, the beer, the Imperial Stout that was made with yeast that went into outer space. But getting back to tonight's beer, the Tricerahops Double IPA, it does have an ABV of 8.0 and 84 IBUs. Does not have a brewed on or bottled on date that I could find across anywhere on the label or the bottle itself. But with 8.0 ABV, it's not quite as important to get the brewed on date, obviously, when you have a higher alcohol. Um, Anyway, so I don't see any reason to keep pontificating. As always, going to be using my Pop the Top opener from Taza Design, so not as always, as usual. So let's crack this bad boy open. And just to show you, Ninkasi symbol is in perfect condition. Crowning is in good shape. This could go right back on there and be resealed, and this would be just fine for your wall mount. Once again, that's the Pop the Top opener from Taza Design. So, going to be using my IPA glass from Tenaya Creek, and I know those of you who regularly watch this channel are probably getting tired of hearing this, but I always have to consider the people who've never seen the channel before, so I'm going to let everybody know. Tenaya Creek Brewery, located under the Spaghetti Bowl in Las Vegas, in downtown Las Vegas. You go in on a Tuesday, you hand them $6, they're going to give you a glass like this. It's going to be full of house beer. You come back after you finish that, you hand them another $3, they're going to refill the glass. You walk out of there that night, you're going to have the glass in your hand. You come back next Tuesday night with that very same glass in your hand, boom, you're getting $3 refills. So that's a pretty sweet deal for Tuesdays at the Creek. Tuesdays at Tenaya. That's the sort of deal you can expect. So let us pour this into my Tenaya Creek IPA glass. And this is pouring very hazy. Very hazy. We've got some serious carbonation going, which is in fact dissipating. So I think I misspoke. Um, we do have some nice carbonation, but it's still I wouldn't call it anything more than medium high. That's not a high carbonation. As you can see, that foamy head is nice and persistent. Um, this is as cloudy as you would expect a double IPA to be. Definitely picking up the hop profile, and I can smell the malt behind the hops. Smelling floral hops, definitely a preponderance of Cascadian hops, the area hops, in this particular beer. I'm gonna call this a golden wheat color. And as you can see, that head, that ain't really going much of anywhere. See if we got a little bit more to it. That opens up anything new in the bouquet. Getting a little bit of pine, so I think we've got Citra hops. I think we got Cascade hops. It didn't say on the descriptor what the hop or malt profile was. I think I'm smelling red malt, but I'm not positive. Um, yeah, I think we've discussed this long enough. Let's get to it. Cheers. Mmm, that's nice, and it's nice in a lot of ways. It's doesn't have a high alcohol burn despite the high ABV, but it does have a slight one, so you know that you're drinking a double. It is bitter. It is very bitter. I would not. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not for your friend who complains that craft beers are too bitter, who's had nothing but IPAs. Don't hand him this beer. Um, but if you are into IPAs, if you like the bitterness, if you say bring on those IBUs, I can't hardly get enough of them. This is a good one. This has a creamy aftertaste. I'm gonna say a medium low mouthfeel. Not a lot of spikiness to this. Um, but you don't get an alcohol burn, but you get the alcohol in the aftertaste with that creaminess. So it's like a creamy. It's almost like a sherry finish. Uh, if that makes any sense. Not that it tastes like a sherry, but it's like the finish you get when you drink a sherry. Um, as I said, a medium low mouthfeel, not a lot of spike to this. The more this opens up, the more the malt kind of comes through. But still, this is definitely a high hop profile bouquet. Um, it's this is a good double IPA. I don't know that this is necessarily one that I would buy and age. I don't know that I like it that much. It's probably going to be getting a 4.0. It's good. It's not exceptional. It's and you know 4.0 out of 5 on Untapped. That ain't bad. But like I said, it's almost a little too textbook to be exceptional. Um, it's just creamy enough. It's just alcohol burn enough. It's it's the right level of bitter, but there is nothing that really makes you go, "Wow, this I will remember this beer for years to come," because fill in the blank. But don't get me wrong, it's still a good beer. I'd still say it's a good value at $5 for a double IPA. And these, like I said, these are good guys. They're making good beer. I like Ninkasi. I like Ninkasi Brewing. So if you guys from Ninkasi are watching this, the fact that I've said that this is not an exceptional beer, please don't, take that too far to heart. I'm just saying it's you guys have made beers that are more noteworthy. And but I do love your beers, and I like this one. And like I said, I'm giving it a 4.0 on Untapped. So until next time, drink good beer, don't break the bank doing it, and cheers.